Hey guys, Chad here, designer and co-owner of Hookup Baits, and we are proud to be sponsoring the USA saltwater kayak fishing team for the Pan Am Games this year in Costa Rica. So, 14 members on the team, so we made 14 boxes, one for each team member, and this is going to be a little bit of sampling of what they're going to receive in their boxes, and a little bit about the baits, how to use the baits. There's a couple little custom tricks in here that anybody could do with our replacement bodies. So I'm going to explain those little tricks and pretty much the thought behind putting this box together for these guys to catch the fish they're going to catch out there in Costa Rica. And it's going to be for a lot of different species of fish. You get points for the amount of different species you get, so it's kind of cool concept how they are going to fish these games. So I made baits that are going to catch everything from jacks and the Sierras and snook, then all the way up to roosterfish and amberjack and everything in between. That's what their box is gonna, the hookup bait box that they're gonna get is gonna be able to catch pretty much everything out there. Okay, so I'm going to start from the smallest to biggest. So the smallest bait they're going to be receiving is the 1/4 ounce. So in that actual bait, the 1/4 ounce shad white, I caught 12-pound snook in Florida just a couple years ago, quite a few of them on that 1/4 ounce shad white bait. So snook is on the menu, so I'm putting that on there, but a bunch of fish will eat there. So this is that 1/4 ounce is going to be if you're fishing in less than 25 feet of water, up close on small bait. That's what you want that 1/4 ounce for. Okay, and then here's trick number 1. Same body, 1/4 ounce body, a 3 1/4 inch bait, but this one has a 3/8 head in it with a much stouter hook. So this is for when you got bigger fish that are keyed in on small baits. So this hook will handle a quite large fish. It's pretty sturdy hook. You can see it there. And then but it has a 1/4 ounce head, so you can cast it on a little bit bigger gear, and you can work this bait very fast. It's going to sink a little bit faster than the standard 1/4 ounce, but you can retrieve it a whole lot faster. So it'll be a great little trolling bait, long casting. What us guys on the team call it is the 3/8 bullet, basically is what we call this bait. We use it quite a bit. All right, then the next size up is going to be the 5/8, and that's the 5/8. It's going to be our standard 5/8 4-inch bait, 5/8 stout hook. Very useful bait for everything that swims. That 5/8 is one of our high sellers. Catches big fish and small fish alike. So, and then all these colors I'm showing you are colors that are inside the box. So this hot pink, every time I went to tropical waters, this hot pink was a really good color. So JoJo's actually caught her roosterfish on this pink one here too. So, and then the first one I showed you was the sardine green. I have not been anywhere in the world where a sardine green does not work. It's just one of the baits that work absolutely everywhere. And then red crab. Everything loves the red crab, especially if there's crab and shrimp in the water. Red crab is a standard. All right, so that's the 5/8, and then they're gonna have the big games, which is a 5-inch bait, and there's a little bit of mix of 1 and 1.5 ounce big games. So you'll have both. This is a 1 ounce ice. This ice just absolutely catches fish everywhere. A lot of flash to this. It's a silvery pearl on top with a lot of hologram on the bottom. Very flashy bait. It just catches fish everywhere. And then, so to kind of show you the difference, that's 1.5. That's a 1 ounce. So same body, just that one has a larger head in it. So you'll have a little mix of both. And then you also have the anchovy. I believe you got a 1.5 anchovy in there. That's my biggest roosterfish has came on an anchovy. So And then we get into the bigger baits here, which is what we call our slow glide series. So pearl white catches fish everywhere, and these are what we call our slow glide. So this is just a 5/8 ounce bait. So you'll see our standard 5/8, and this is our slow glide 5/8. See how much bigger it is? So this bait's gonna sink a lot slower than this bait. So it's gonna work the water column slower, or if the fish are right on top, it's gonna be easier to keep up high in the water column. It has a really slow sink, a really slow glide. But if you try to retrieve this one real fast, it's gonna roll over, have a tendency to roll over a little bit. So it's a slow working bait. Work it real slow, and slow glide, where the standard still has a lot of glide, but you can work it faster also. Okay, so that's how the slow glide works. So this is a 1.5 slow glide. So standard 1.5, slow glide 1.5. So you see how much bigger it is. So again, a lot more glide to this one. So it's just a slow glide, just a bigger slow glide bait. Okay. But then also what I added, which is custom just for the team, because I was told by the team that they're going to be fishing no more than 80 feet of water. Most of their fishing is less than 100 feet. So these baits usually have a 2 and a 3 ounce head in them. These are what we call our XL baits. They're 6-inch baits. We usually have them in 2 ounce and 3 ounce. Well, I upsized the hook on a 1.5 head to a 5/0 hook, and so this is 1.5 but a 6-inch bait. So this is also a slow glide, but in the always consistent sardine, and then this super consistent mint. And the mint is what I found everywhere I fished. The warmer the water, the better the mint works. And they got really warm water down there, so I know this mint's gonna work for you guys. So so you got that. So that's pretty much the standard sizes you guys are getting, but you're also gonna have a lot of replacement bodies. Replacement bodies to save on weight, and for the box and stuff. So instead of giving you a bunch of lead heads in every bait, we did replacement bodies. So you got a few of these, the 6-inch mint and sardine, but then you got the big game replacement bodies, you got large replacement bodies, and then the medium replacement bodies. So you got replacement bodies for each size. All right, and you can do a little bit even with that 3/8 that comes in the 3/8 bullet. Now if you wanted a 4-inch slow glide, all you got to do is put that 3/8 head into one of these 4-inch bodies. Now you got mid-range slow glide bait too. So you can move the heads around and get the right sink rate, right retrieve. If you want to go fast, you can play around with it. So that's everybody that uses. If you buy replacement bodies from hookup baits, you can do that too. I do it a lot. Switch out the heads depending on if you want a forecasting, fast working bait, it'd be less plastic, more lead. And then if you want a slow sinking, slow retrieve bait, it'd be the opposite, more plastic, less lead. All right. So since you have a lot of replacement bodies, I'm going to show you real quick how to put a replacement body on. All right. So usually we'd use our mermaid's milk scent, but we didn't add that to the packages. So you do the good old saliva. All right. Then we can put it here and you just kind of twirl it around, get the saliva mixed all around the head. And what you can do is pinch like this, right where the eyeballs are on the lead head, and then push the slack of the plastic over the eye of the hook. See how that works? You push up and over, up and over, up and over, up and over, right? Till the head maxes out, until it's all the way to the front. Can't go no more, right? Then what you're gonna do is look down the bait and put the cut, that center cut that comes up the bait, you're gonna face it straight up to the sky, and long as your hook is sitting straight up also, you're good to go. I'll show you what's wrong. So if your cut is straight up to the sky and your hook is sitting sideways like that, it's wrong. cut straight up to the side, twist it until your hook is facing straight up and down, right? And then all you gotta do is push the eye through just like that. Boom. And you're ready to rock. Now you see the coloring on the replacement bodies is different. The color stops right here to make it so the eyeballs still show and everything else, and it kind of gives it a little bit flashier head, so it's a little different look. The replacement bodies have a little different look. So you can see on this one, see how the color stops right around the eye of where the eye of the hook comes out. Okay, so that's that. I think that's all. I think this is going to catch most of your fish, that 3/8 bullet for you guys. So check that one out. 3 3¼ inch bait with a 3/8 head and stout hook. From what I've been talking to the team, that's kind of going to catch a lot of fish. It's going to catch big and small fish. So it'll get the species limit up for you. So, but I mean, if you catch a few small fish and you want to go catch a rooster fish, that big old dude right there is going to do it for you. And I've even thrown this in front of marlin and had them light up on it and follow it to the boat. So, and then there's a lot of guys here in San Diego's patty hopping and stuff. They catch marlin on hookup baits all the time. So don't be afraid to throw this at a marlin also. So, and that's on the list also. So the baits will absolutely catch everything that's on the species list out there. You just got to change size and color depending on what you're going for and the technique slightly, and it's going to do the job for you. So do us proud, guys. Proud to sponsor you and looking forward to the results. Good luck.